North America brand ambassador of Laphroaig, Mr. Simon Brooking.
That's
right?
correct. I also represent Ardmore and teachers.
Okay, excellent. Well, welcome in Quebec City.
It's great to be here for the first time.
First time?
My first visit.
Did you have any time to enjoy the city yet?
We've had a little bit of time today, but it just means I have to come back again.
Oh, great. I have an idea actually. Is it for like the Olympics? Like if we want to apply for the Laphroaig live events?
Yes, We're looking at Laphroaig live events for 2013 and 2014. I definitely think that Canada would have a great event. It continues to grow in the market. I'm just glad that we have Laphroaig back in Canada.
Well, you're welcome if you want to have this event in Quebec City. We'll be glad to have you here. I just want to ask you a question about Laphroaig. It's like 200 years old distillery, and you don't have that many expression like some other distillery in Scotland where they have like 20 or 25 different products. Why is that?
Well, we have pretty much stuck to tradition in terms of the bottlings for us. I think some of the challenges for a lot of the distilleries today is that they've shut down and they have to restart, and so as a result they haven't had as much liquid, as much spirit. So what we've been able to do, we've been up and operational since World War II. We were shut down for a time during that time, but since then we have been producing spirit consistently. So we've always pretty much stayed to our standard expressions, our 10-year, the 15 to 18-year-olds. Quarter cask is fairly new. I mean, that's only 8 years old at this point. There's not a lot of variation within those. There's a few more coming out now with the influence of sherry cask, triple wood, that we'll be tasting tonight, and certainly our older expressions, the 25-year, and available in duty-free Europe is the PX bottling. So I think you're going to see a little bit more of the sherry influence, but we pretty much we keep it fairly simple.
Okay, excellent. It's very good too. Talking about expression, what's your favorite one? Can you do that? Can you tell us, like? Well,
it's what's your favorite child?
Yes.
It depends on the day.
Okay.
But
let's say tonight.
Well, the 10-year is just a fantastic whiskey for me. It's my Lost on a Desert Island whiskey.
Okay.
Because it's just. It's a dynamic whiskey. There's a reason it's the #1 selling Islay single malt, because it has so much going on, and I think it's a classic example of older doesn't necessarily mean better for single malt scotches.
Exactly. Talking about expression as well, you have released, I'm sorry if I don't say it right, Cardias Vice, 18 years old, and also it's no longer available, I think. Well, it's only for Friends of Laphroaig, but you kind of ran out. So do we have to go with the 30 years old, or you will expect a later production? Or
we have the cartridge bottlings, of which there have been a number of different bottlings over the last 5 years now. Then they are bottled during for the Islay festival, for the Festival. Last year's was the Ela edition, and each year will be a different year. This year we have Origins, and that's to celebrate the 18th year anniversary of the Friends of Laphroaig.
yes.
But it is actually 50% of the 2012 bottling is 7-year-old Laphroaig that's been aged exclusively in a quarter cask, in a 100-litre cask. And then the other 50% is 13 to 17-year-old Laphroaigs aged in refilled bourbon. And then there's 2 casks of 21-year sherry. So it's Robert Hicks, our master blender.
Yes.
He likes to play around with different ages, as a blender likes to do.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of depth to the whiskey. Each bottling is limited, and so we're hoping to have. It was a very popular bottling for us this year, so we're hoping to have a little bit more for next year as well. But it is very limited, and so people need to jump on it as quickly as possible.
When it's available. You make. I have the impression impression that you make a bigger deal of the triple wood and the quarter cask. Why is that?
Well, I think just purely from a marketing perspective, the 10-year is going strong. It's a very solid whiskey for us. So there is a bit more of a push for quarter cask, and I don't really think we need to push triple wood right now. It's doing very well. It's been received very, very well, and I think again because of that sherry influence. So quarter cask we're pushing a little bit more because it's a little bit more of an unknown for a lot of Laphroaig drinkers. So we like to introduce people to it. It's a great whiskey.
Yeah, it is. As a woman, I really enjoy to see women in the whiskey industry and everything, and you had a very important woman in the history of Laphroaig, BC, and how do you keep her memory alive today in 2012?
Well, everywhere I go I talk about Bessie. I mean, she's the only female distillery owner in Scotland in the 20th century.
It's great.
And so it really is, she is part of the foundation of Laphroaig. But also for me, I keep her spirit alive because I enjoy introducing Laphroaig to women. It's a growing market. It's fantastic. And there's something about Laphroaig that women really take to. I call Laphroaig the Earth Mother. And there is a connection with that.
Yes.
And so I'll give you an example. There's down in Georgia, just outside Atlanta, there's a place called Mac McGee's, and they have a whiskey club, a group of women who every month get together and they drink Laphroaig, and it's a knitting circle.
Wow.
And that to me is just a fantastic example of how the whiskies in general, Laphroaig specifically, is being embraced by women worldwide.
Great. Just to finish the interview, Friends of Laphroaig is like tonight's event. It's very important for you guys. And I see that you're like 500,000 now, Friends of Laphroaig. It's like huge. Everyone has a piece of land in Islay. We are going to have enough land.
We have had to expand our property for the Friends of Laphroaig just outside the distillery. So we have enlarged. We have plenty of space for as many Friends of Laphroaig as possible. I'm not sure if we can all get them onto the island all at once, 500,000 people on an island of 3,000 people. The ferries, it would be...
We have a problem now.
Difficult. But they have Laphroaig on the ferry, so we could at least be happy getting there. But yes, we do have plenty, and we encourage everyone to come and visit their plot. A lot of people think it's just a marketing idea, but people who have been to Islay and stood on their plot, and it really, for many people, it's Mecca. You stand there and you understand Laphroaig, I think, that much more when you're there on your plot.
Yes. Well, raise my glass to Laphroaig tonight, to Friends of Laphroaig, and welcome to Quebec City.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.